Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my AFL fantasy team reveal. We're going to be doing a lot of videos, a lot of talk throughs per week, but for today, we're going through my fantasy team. Not yet final, but looking very, very solid, and I'm very, very happy with it. I'm going to go through the reason for my picks, what I'm really looking for, and my plan of attack, which I think is very important when you do AFL fantasy. Uh, One thing I will start with, something interesting I read in one of the statistics, is nobody has ever won a fantasy tournament starting with a player that has a price average over 116 or a price point 16. So I did take that into account, although I do think Rory Laird is going to be one of, if not definite top three midfielders to get at 1.7 or 1.07. Just a bit too expensive to get at the start, but he will be hopefully an upgrade target for me. I've gone with three, I would say, very solid picks in each of these roles. For the mains, obviously, for the rucks, we are very light on this. But for my defense, my lock, my premium is Sam Doherty for the Carlton Blues. This guy, I think, will definitely be a top three defender, providing that, obviously, knock on wood, injury or anything like that doesn't happen, and that's with all the players. But he just looks comfortable, looks a lot more fitter, and I think Richmond are a weaker team, especially with a new players in Hopper, Taranto. That this is only going to help Doherty's start to the season be a bit more confident. I have been saying I'm a Richmond Tigers fan myself, and I've been saying that over time, I just see Carlton getting better every time they verse each season. Yes, they do fall off through the third, fourth quarter a lot, but I think we're going to see a different team. Hopefully, it's not a whitewash, but I still think either way, Doherty is the player in defense you should be keeping. My premium in my midfield, a very low pick, but I tell you what, this guy could do some big numbers. Now, I'm not 100% set on him, but Brad Crouch, I think he could be a very surprising pick for people. I was weighing up between Crouch, Andrew Brayshaw for the Fremantle Dockers, and I keep umming and ahhing. I don't know. I'm leaning more to Crouch. I think St Kilda will be a better team. I'm leaning also. I'm not sold on Steele. I'm not sold on Mills. I'm umming and ahhing about it, and I'm not sold on the Western Bulldogs because they're coming up against Melbourne, and I really want to see how they play as a unit against Melbourne. It could be a McRae option, but I'm sticking for Brad Crouch. And then I go straight into the forward line. I think a very common pick for people, Josh Dunkley. This guy going to the Brisbane Lions, he should and hopefully will be a beast. Another top three forward, in my opinion. And this is where the AFL fantasy differs. We're going to go starting with my defense. My D2, I'm looking at Jordan Dawson. D3, Elliot Yeo for the West Coast Eagles. I think everyone knows, and if you don't, that it's really, really important to build cash generation. You want to be finding players that are priced way too under what they average. For example, Elliot Yeo is at $625,000. That could mean that he's priced at 60, let's say. So he could do 80 and then keep giving you cash generation because of the price difference that is gained in the. And going into my D3, 4, and 5. Oh, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. Charlie Constable, Liam Jones, and Ruben Ginby. With Darcy Wilmot on the bench and Campbell Chesser on the bench as well. But any of these could swap, but I really do like Liam Jones for the fact that I think Western Bulldogs will not be as strong as what everyone thinks they will be. I could be wrong on that. I just think they'll be in the mids there, just because I don't think their defense is that amazing. And I've always said, have a great midfield, but if you don't have people that can kick consistent goals and people that can stop teams from getting consistent goals, then it's going to be hard. But they are a fantasy team. We know it. The Western Bulldogs. I'm still umming and ahhing again about the Jack McRae in the midfield and stuff like that. So that could be the go still. Going into the midfield, I'm really, really hyped for GWS just because I think they're going to be fantasy relevant. Although they may not be the best team in the comp, I think they're going to be hugely just fantasy go-tos. Josh Kelly, I feel like he's priced unders. He's going to do really well. Tom Green, one of my favorite picks, and Finn Callahan. All these guys, to me, price under. With the Hopper leaving the team, it only opens up more CBAs for them. It only gives more opportunity for these guys. I'm really interested to see Lockie Whitfield. If he puts some massive numbers up, I think people are going to hop on board very quickly, but I'd rather wait and watch. Sam Berry for the Adelaide Crows, someone that is, I think, a very much so a bit of a player that not many people are giving an eye on, only taken by 1.39%. So this is my pod. We'll see how he goes here, but in his preseason match, he did really good numbers. I think with the departure of the Crouch brother, Laird back is only going to, I think, assist him. Yes, it will take away from him, but I think it will assist him in, the flow of Adelaide being a better team, which I think everyone will be this season. Going into my M 5, 6, and 7, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, Will Ashcroft, Cam McKenzie, and Will Phillips. I've got Mateus Philippou and Matthew Johnson on the side. Again, I'm still shuffling a bit of these, but I obviously Will Ashcroft, Cam McKenzie, and Phillips will definitely be there. And going to my rucks, this is something that I'm pretty much set on. I don't see me going any other way. I'm not going to go Wits. The only other person I was really looking at was Sean Darcy, I think it is, for Fremantle, but I'm really just happy with Rowan Marshall, Tim English, and I'm very curious to see how Max Gawn goes. I was very interested to see his scores in the preseason and going to see in the first match of the AFL, but I think his price will drop no matter what, so he could possibly be an upgrade target if he does surprise the fantasy community and still is putting on 110, even possibly 105s. Going to the forward line, I've got Josh Dunkley for Brisbane. We've talked about him. This guy should be an absolute weapon in fantasy. Tim Taranto moving again. This is another opening for GWS and why I've gone Josh Kelly, Tom Green, Finn Callahan. They've got Hopper leaving, they've got Taranto leaving, and Taranto goes to the Richmond Tigers. And the only concern here with Taranto is because Richmond are a low-scoring team in general. Will this impact him? I don't know. I've got Connor Rosie. I think everyone is pretty much set on Connor. Port Adelaide, unsure how they'll go this season, but still at the end of the day, he should be making you some money. Errol Goulden, someone everyone has been talking about. He's in there at the moment. I'm still not 100% set just because Haps and Mills didn't play. And I think everyone knows that the 177 is not going to be a regular score, but I think it is also an indication that this guy is primed and ready. And I think we all know Sydney Swans going to have quite a good season. They'll definitely be a top 8 team. And we'll see how it goes from there. But Harry Sheezel on the bench, Sam Sturt in the forward. Harry Sheezel not on the bench. He's in the forward as the F5. And F6 is Sam Sturt with Pedlar and Davey on my bench. Don't mind the emergencies. We've got Alex Chincotta for Carlton. I don't think I'll be putting him in as a starting defender or mid, but I just think he could get you that bit of cash generation you'll want. But that is the AFL fantasy team reveal. If you have any questions, if you have any comments that you'd like to make, again, I'm not out of all this. I'm definitely worried about Brad Crouch. You could definitely see a change in that, but this is my team, and I can't wait for the AFL to start. See you on the next video, guys. We'll do a review and go through the points of the round 1 and be doing some more stuff previous or prior to the AFL round. Take care. See you soon. Like, subscribe, comment, and speak to you soon.